find a way to explain.
Hey, Hammer Nation, closing arguments in the James Crumbley trial.
Writing that in a journal because he was exaggerating her life. We have the text between James Crumbley's son and his friend about exactly what he wrote about in the journal. He hears people talking to someone in the distance. I actually asked my dad to take me to the doctor yesterday, but he just gave me some pills and told me to suck it up. Again, teenagers exaggerating to make themselves look better, to impress. None of these text messages to his friend make him look better. None of them make him look impressive. They just make him look desperate and sad and wanting help. I'm having bad insomnia and paranoia. I need help. I was thinking I could call 911 so I could go to the hospital. This was in April. But then my parents would be really pissed. I'm going to ask my parents to go to the doctor tomorrow or Tuesday again. But this time I'm going to tell them about the voices. And then on April 5th, like I mentally and physically died. What did James Crumbley know? He knew the family dog had died. A grandmother had just died. His son's only friend, the one person he had any social contact with, abruptly leaving, can't even text him. Knew his son was completely isolated. Knew he had looked up Phillips the day before. Knew he was upset the night before. Knew he had been watching videos that morning, viral videos. And then he sees that drawing. He sees that drawing that morning to go to school. And what does it say? It says
James Crumbley, let me get on YouTube.
This kid has to say it. He says it in his journal. He says it to his friend. And what is he saying? I asked my parents. I asked my dad. And then that isn't enough. He writes the word, help me, on a piece of paper. And his parents, James Crumbley, is called to the school to see it. And what does he say? He says, we got to work. He describes his son as a perfect kid, never gets in trouble. Well, you know, if you have a perfect kid that never gets in trouble, being called to the school abruptly that day and asked to come and saying your kid needs help is about 100 out of 10 in terms of
spokesperson for
how
Z.
it is for a parent.
Industry, local news, sports, and events from all over the country.
He knows his son is proficient with guns because 4 days earlier he purchased that weapon.
But seeing speaks for itself, doesn't it?
This is James Crumbley's son, and mentioned of the shooting, November 30th, being dropped off like every day by James Crumbley. What does James Crumbley know? He knew the family dog had died, the grandmother had just died, his son's only friend, the one person he had any social contact with, abruptly leaving, can't even text him. Knew his son was completely isolated.
Come on.
He looked up bullets the day before, knew he was upset the night before, knew he had been watching videos that morning, viral videos, and then he sees that drawing. He sees that drawing that morning when he goes to school, and what does it say? It says,
You're going down, James Crumbley.
this kid has to say it. He says it in his journal, he says it to his friend, and what is he saying? I asked my parents, I asked my dad. And then that isn't enough. He writes the words, help me, on a piece of paper. And his parents, James Crumbley, is called to the school to see it. And what is he saying? He says, we gotta go to work. He describes his son as a perfect kid, never gets in trouble. Well, you know, if you have a perfect kid that never gets in trouble, being called to the school abruptly that day and asked to come and saying,
He's going down for this.
100 out of 10 in terms of
He's going down for this, man. I swear he's going to go down for this. Yup. You're going to join your son and your wife, dude. Lift it up. Let me, no, I'm gonna go to Law and Crime on YouTube. Just a second, man. Yeah.
Ever felt trapped by endless ads while watching your favorite videos?
Oh man, I'm sick of these ads. I'm sick of these ads, man.
Adblocker.com. They say goodbye to ad interruptions.
The only person we ever had any social contact with, that there were multiple guns in the home, that he was begging for a 9mm. James probably never even shot that gun. He didn't fire it once. He had it, he purchased it on Friday. On Saturday, he was gone all day doing DoorDash. On Sunday, he was gone all day doing DoorDash.
You're going down for this, dude.
He had a secure hiding spot.
You should have never bought your kid a gun.
The hiding spot for one day. We know it wasn't
You
there
should have
on
never
Saturday.
bought your
We
kid a
had
gun, dude.
pictures of it.
You're going down for this.
And generally, he's alone with the gun.
I'm getting my Hattori Hanzo sword out.
Didn't say that it was identical to the one in the drawing. Didn't say he bought 50 rounds
Okay.
to take home.
I got my Hattori Hanzo sword out, man.
This is the DoorDash information.
This is sad, man.
1 o'clock. And all
You should have never bought your kid that gun,
he
dude.
was within minutes. We know that he was absolutely concerned about this worksheet until after the shooting in a substation where he said things was due to it. We also know that not once on any of his devices did we find any searches or information he was trying to get.
You should have never bought your gun, the kid the gun, man.
Doesn't get hold of it. Lost any of it until after the shooting.
You should have never bought the gun, dude.
We know that at 10:37 he arrives at school. His son leaves at 10:52. They're gone by 10:53.
Try to check again.
At 11, he logs on to
Back to the
DoorDash.
Boundbrook branch, please.
He completes 4 orders.
Okay.
He tells us in the 911 call and at the substation, he saw cop cars. We know that 12:51, the shooting starts, and we start to see students and parents, we heard, arrive at the Meijer. They're being told by dispatch that's where the unification time is. James drops off his last order at 1:01. The email comes out from the school at 1:09. At 1:11, James is in the Meijer parking lot. It's unclear exactly why. He calls his wife for 57 seconds. That's the call lasts 57 seconds. He's on the phone with her for 10 minutes and 19
Hey, DJ Tanya, he's going down for this. He's going down for this.
We're ready to help with fast, easy home financing and
Oh, man.
I just double checked.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, I'm fine. He's going down for this, DJ Tanya. Hey, Tanya. He's going down for this. He should have never bought that kid that gun.
You just heard this. I have a missing gun.
Yup.
My son is at the school.
Yup.
And we had to go meet with the counselor this
Yup.
morning because of something that he wrote on a test paper. And then I saw cops going somewhere. I wanted to go to the school, see what was going on.
He's going down for this, Tanya.
And I raced.
He's going down for this.
Like, find out.
Put my link in the chat if anybody wants to come up.
We don't.
He's going down for this.
Discover or argue
Bam,
about
bam,
whether or
bam,
not
bam, 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 bam.
He said it. He
The
said
kid
it.
needed help, and his parents didn't give a darn.
Because of this meeting at the school.
At the school too.
And because
The school told them. They didn't check his backpack. That's the thing I don't understand, DJ Tyler. They didn't check his backpack to see if there was a gun in there. You know what I'm saying? They did not check his backpack. Nothing.
I immediately freaked out because the situation.
And then you and your wife ran. Well, your wife is going to prison for a long time, and you're going to join her.
And the words on paper that says "help me" blood everywhere. The picture of the gun he got him. So I raced home and found the gun missing. We went into detail about what they.
Hey, DJ Tanya.
Hey.
He's going down for this.
With a crime. And
Let me mute this for a minute.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine, Tanya.
Good.
Yeah, I'm just saying he's going to go down for this, Tanya.
Mm-mm.
He should have. The school. I got my Honto sorted out today. Okay.
Okay.
He's going to go down for this.
He need to.
The school should have some responsibility. They didn't check his backpack. That's the one thing they never did. Check it
Right.
to see if his backpack was heavy, but they didn't look in there.
Mm-mm-mm.
I don't understand it.
Exactly. And they should have had metal detectors in the schools.
And why would his parents take him to a gun range at 15?
Girl, that's sad.
Huh?
That is sad.
Yeah, and they left, and they ran, had $6,000, and and his wife was screwing around with another man. She was texting him while they was going to the school, about this.
Right.
I wonder what his defense lawyer is going to say. I can't wait to hear what the defense lawyer is going to say. Because his wife's lawyer did not do her no favors. What law school did she graduate from?
Right.
What was from law school? She says it is what it is.
Mm-mm-mm.
What lawyer says that? I don't know no lawyer who says it is what it is.
Right.
I'll tell you one thing, and I'm going to say it, and I don't care if everybody believes it or not. If these were two black people that did this, they would have been shot on sight.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank
Right.
you. They wasn't crumblies. If they were like Jennifer Jackson and Jeff Jackson, and his kid was Ethan Jackson, do you think these parents would be alive? No.
Right.
They would have shot his kid dead to rights.
Sonya, I agree with you. I
Thank
really
you.
agree with you on that.
Thank you. It's funny, man. If these were
Right.
two black people and the son was black, do you think they would give a darn? No, they would have went in that school and shot him full of holes.
Exactly.
And that's a fact, man.
Right.
This has been happening to us for years. Okay? Now
Exactly.
they're gonna see what real Jeff Crumbley and Mrs. Crumbley, I would not drop the soap if I was
Right.
y'all, because you're gonna be in there with some people that don't give a darn. No. But I want to hear what his defense lawyer's got to say. What his defense lawyer's going to say. He said he didn't know he was going to do that. I should have never bought the gun in the first place. You shouldn't have. Okay, that's number one.
Right.
And your kid asked you, he needed help, and you didn't do darn squat. Now look at y'all. Oh, there's his lawyer. She's coming up. I want to hear what she has to say. You want to hear it?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Let me see. Oh, that's... Oh, this is another...
variety of emotions following the shooting on November 30th of 2021 at Oxford High School. Terror, anger, and devastation. There's an epidemic of mass shootings in our country.
Yeah.
School shootings in particular have devastated our communities. There have been social and political groups formed to address these issues, but so far they've been unable to do so. However, on December 3rd of 2021, the parents of a school shooter were charged with involuntary manslaughter for the first time. When we started this trial, I said that the events of November 30th of 2021 undeniably changed people's lives in ways that most of us.
They should have stopped this with Columbine. I was out of high school with Columbine.
We know that 4 children were killed. Multiple families were devastated. And communities were terrified.
And Uvalde, all those little kids dead, man.
Do not dispute.
Y'all got their freaking head in the sand.
We heard from people who were at Oxford High School on November 30th of 2021. We not only heard what they had to say, we saw the impact that day had.
Yes, go.
Multiple
people. Come on.
Told you what that day was like.
I live in Jersey. I haven't had no mass shootings where I live.
Oh, okay.
I live in Jersey. I haven't seen that one mass shooting where I live. I've been in New Jersey for a long time.
Right.
I haven't heard about no mass shooting here.
We can agree.
Right. We have strict gun laws here.
About what happened inside of Oxford High School on November 30th.
Is that the defense lawyer?
Through videos and
let me see. Oh yeah, that's his lawyer. That's his lawyer, man.
Not about what happened inside of Oxford High School. This case is about what happened outside of Oxford High School. This case is about what James Crumbley knew on and before November 30th of 2021.
You better sit down, lawyer.
James Crumbley was charged on December 3rd, 2021.
Say it, shut up.
Hannah St. Juliana, Madison Baldwin, Kate Meehan, and Justin Schilling. As you've seen throughout this trial, the charges and allegations against James were based on assumptions and hindsight about James and his knowledge about his son, who we refer to as
your son needed help, dude.
The prosecution.
Suck it up, you said.
Yes, the decisions made by James Crumbley on November 30th of 2021 and before those days.
Hey, like and share this video, please. Like and share this, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
But we are here to look at things in hindsight. We are here to look at what James Crumbley knew prior to and on November 30th.
I'll say it again. If these two people were black and your kid was black, they would have shot him up to pieces like Swiss cheese.
And you saw no evidence that James had any knowledge.
Yeah.
Was a danger to anyone. You heard no testimony and saw no evidence.
Why didn't you take the stand, James?
What his son was doing.
Your wife did.
You heard no testimony and saw no evidence that James Crumbley was aware that his son knew where the firearms in the home were hidden. You heard no testimony and saw no evidence that James Crumbley was aware that his son had obtained access to those firearms.
You didn't conceal it, dude.
Unsupervised. Still, the prosecution wants you to find that James could foresee that his son was a danger to others, and that James acted in a
You could have joined your wife, dude.
or breached a duty that he owed to other people.
It's not going to take long.
Having no information at the time. You obviously know that the defense has no duty to present a defense. We talked about that during.
You should have put your client up on the stand, dude.
On that and the law on that. But we did bring out more information so that you all had a more full picture, a more.
Man, we tired this guy stick together, man.
That's right.
November 30th of
You know what? Like I said before, if these was two black people and the kid was black, the cops would have shot in there, got in that school and shot him like Swiss cheese. Thank you.
We're unsure of. If there's anything that you're wondering about, the prosecution was the only one that had a burden of proof.
Everybody in Hammer Nation, raise your hand.
Beyond a reasonable doubt is a very, very high burden. In civil cases where people sue each other for money, the burden of proof is 50-50. Preponderance of the evidence, whether or not somebody gets money and somebody has to pay money.
And the prosecution has the last word.
Your child, due to abuse and neglect, it's clear and convincing evidence.
If you're a reasonable gun owner, you should hide that gun where your kid can't find it.
Beyond a reasonable doubt is the highest burden in our country.
You didn't secure it, dude.
As it relates to criminal prosecution.
The lock was still in its packaging.
Judge Matthews is going to instruct you that reasonable doubt is just that, a doubt based on reason and common sense. It can be based on the evidence, or it can be based on the lack of evidence. When it comes to reasonable doubts, you can have one, or you can have 10. You don't have to have the same reasonable doubt as your neighbor.
You're joining your wife, dude.
If a juror has a reasonable doubt,
all three of you.
Both not guilty. You can believe that if the prosecution had evidence that James Crumbley knew that his son was a danger to others, you would have seen it. Especially if James knew what was inside of that journal. We've heard about the journal. If James knew what was in that journal, the prosecution would have told you that. If James knew that his son had gained access to his firearms, the prosecution would have told you that. You definitely would have seen it. And the fact that you have not seen any of that evidence can be your reasonable.
What law school did you go graduate from?
You can also believe.
Oh, Tanya, where'd you go, man?
That James Crumbley knew that his son knew where the firearms were stored. The prosecution would have told you that. You would have heard about it, but you didn't. Because James didn't know.
DJ Tanya, where you at, man?
Knew where those firearms were. Absence of evidence that James knew that his son had learned where those firearms were can be your reasonable doubt. Also, if James had violated any laws as it relates to storage, specifically gun storage, you would have heard about that. But you didn't. In fact, you heard from ATF agent Brandon, who told you there are multiple ways to store a firearm. Multiple ways. You can use a safe. You can use a cable lock. You can use a trigger lock. You can store it unloaded with the ammo separately. You can use a firearm in any number of ways. That came from ATF agent Brandon. Those were his words.
There's a link, Tanya.
If the prosecution had evidence that James knew that his son was accessing firearms
okay, come on back up. like he's here. And like I said, if these were two black people, nobody would give a darn.
beyond the sadness that they saw Jesus on the experience. The absence of evidence.
Yeah, you should have never bought the kid the gun, man. Only takes one cure. Thank you. Yep.
At one point, for over an hour, without James and his wife there. They talked about a variety of topics. This is 2 hours before the shooting began. They said that based on the explanations that they were given about the drawings on the math assignment, that they were concerned. Kids draw violent things. Kids draw guns and bullets. That the confirmation combined with the confirmation from James and his wife about what was going on in their son's life, in combination with the explanations that they were given by James and his wife's son, that they weren't concerned. There was an explanation about interest in video game design. They looked a little bit about video game design. Sean Hopkins and Nick Ejak weren't concerned. On November 30th of 2021, 2 hours before the shooting started. Both Sean Hopkins and Nick Ejak told you that guns are not uncommon in homes in Oxford. It's a hunting community. That it's not uncommon for students to handle guns in their homes or to go to the shooting range. That they knew that James's son had gone to the shooting range the weekend before with his mom and that he had access to a firearm. They didn't ask any more about this.
Oh,
about
God.
having a firearm or having a firearm in the home because they weren't concerned that James's son was a danger. They weren't concerned. Sean Hopkins and Nick Ejak testified that they had
Oh, Ed. Thank you.
Sean Hopkins and Nick Ejak testified that they compared his love for him. They asked if it was a concern that James's son was a danger. Despite the information
Okay. Okay, Donna. Yeah, I've had enough. You're gonna go down for this, dude. Okay? I'll see y'all later. Bye.